Rewind the clock back to December of last year. A mutual friend and head of a convention we both volunteered for was cheated on by his wife. My wife, being the kind person she is, went to his house to talk with him and be supportive. The conversation lasted 5 hours. I was a bit threatened at the time, but I trusted her and didn't believe anything was going on that I needed to be worried about. She goes on to talk and chat with him from time to time, but never in person. The last few months, work has been hard, and I have been snappy. I worked it out with my boss when I saw how it was affecting my home life, and things were good for a while. Then I went to Vancouver for a weekend. She tells me she is going on a totally platonic date with him. She is out with him until midnight just talking, she says. I am worried but again trusting, and I think nothing of it. She goes back to his house set to visit some friends and ends up staying at his house until 2 a.m. I am very worried at this point and I tell her to please go home. She gets huffy and leaves. A week goes by and the night before we are to go on a weekend trip together to visit our friend's newborn, we are trying to be intimate, and it isn't clicking. Okay, what is the deal here? What's up? She begins to just unload about how she does not like the sex we have been having. It feels wooden, and that I am not emotionally there for her and haven't been for a long time. I ask, are we done? And she says, I think we are. I respond with, wait, whoa, we can't be done. We gotta give this a chance here. What do we need to do to fix this? She replies with, I don't know. I don't know how to fix this. So we go to bed. The next day on the 5-hour trip we talk. I admit I have been emotionally distant the last few months due to my issues at work, which I say I have corrected and things are better now. She says she is attracted to this other guy. Okay, super threatened there. Did anything happen Saturday night when you were out at his place until 2 a.m.? She says no, nothing happened. I reply with, please, don't lie to me. If anything did happen, I would want you to tell me. No, nothing happened. So the entire weekend I am showing her how emotionally there I am for her. I am trying to snuggle with her and she refuses. I try to hold her hand and she pulls away. I'm really starting to worry at this point. I spend the entire weekend asking her to help me fix this in private, to show me what I need to do. She says she talked to this guy about our marriage problems and he said give him a chance. Let him fix it. But she does not know what I need to do to fix it. We drive home. No conversation the entire time. I let her sleep cause she says she is exhausted. One of the reasons why she hasn't been able to make a choice. We get home and I shower and rest on the bed cause it was a long drive. She takes the dog for a walk. I hop on our laptop and pull up Chrome and see a recent tab. It's her email. Now, I am not proud of what I did, but I snooped a little. And I found the email she had in drafts. This was an emotionally exhausting weekend. I know you told me to give him a chance, but I am falling for you and I feel like it might be too late. I still haven't told him what happened Saturday night. I lose it. I panic. My whole world is crashing down. I call her and tell her to get home right away. I sit in the garage waiting for her. So I read the email. I'm sorry, but I was suspicious. What happened Saturday night with him? We talked about you and my marriage and how I haven't been happy. He said some very kind things and we kissed. I replied, do you have feelings for him? Do you want to be with him? And she replied with, I think so. I just fell apart. This was the woman I have loved so deeply for 11 years. I start sobbing uncontrollably. She tries to console me, but then I start getting angry. I need to go. I need to go stay at a hotel for a while to figure this out. I said, can we talk about this? She asked, not right now. I need to sort my emotions out and we can tomorrow. I'm a wreck right now, I am not right. So I go to his house to get his side of the story. This motherfucker with a smirk on his face says, oh yeah, man, I know how you feel. I have been there and it sucks. I reply, do you think I should step aside? He says, yeah, man. I think you should let us be together. I almost punched him in his smug fucking face. Instead, I said, be good to her, and I left. She is trying to text me and I am just furious at this point. How could they fucking do this to me? So I tell her I am done talking now. I'm done for tonight. I need space and check into a hotel. She texts me later with he picked me up and we are driving around town, followed by an hour later with I am staying at his house on his couch. We will talk about this tomorrow. She won't respond to any further texts after that. Me begging her to come home. My brother comes over, takes the guns out of the house. Not that I would have done anything, but suicide is a thing in my family and I would rather not of the temptation. And I proceed to lay out every picture from the last 11 years on the dining room table. I write a letter to her. I call her up early that morning and say I am coming to get you. We need to talk about this, not right now. I am busy. Noon is better for me. I reply with no. This is our marriage. This is important. I go pick her up and she is so cold, so angry. I proceed to read her this letter about how to not give up on us. That this guy she has feelings for is hurting from his own divorce and is maybe envious of what we have. and to please give us a chance. She says, well, you showed me how unstable you are when you reacted the way you did. This guy has his shit together. He is emotionally there for me and more emotionally mature. I try in futility to beg for her back, and she leaves. I need a few days. Am staying with him until then. At this point, folks, I knew it was over. I hop on the laptop and pull up Facebook, trying to occupy time. Turns out it was hers, and there was a message between them both. Her, I am back at your house. Him, okay, I am off at 1. Her, I am waiting for you in your bed drinking coffee. Him, I can't wait to see you. I exploded. I said some nasty things to her. She says I'll come get my things, and I reply I'll help you fucking pack. Everything of hers. Everything. Boxed up and in the front room. So I am in therapy now, and it was made obvious to me that I am moving too fast here. I get that. But I was angry. My wife with no warning ripped my life away from me in an instant over a guy she claims to only have talked to a handful of times. She has agreed to group counseling, which is helping, and it isn't. She is throwing a lot of shade my way with, well, I am more emotionally mature than you, which I find to be a crock of shit, considering any emotionally mature person wouldn't do something so sudden and reckless without weighing in the consequences. She is getting a lot of hate mail and nasty messages from people, which I have told folks to rein it in and be kind. Ask them to be adults about this and knock it off. The next day, this would be day 3 at this point, we meet up and just bawl our eyes out holding each other. She admits she fucked up but is staying with him and is falling for him. She is so sorry that she did this, but won't go anywhere else. He, on the other hand, has already announced it on Facebook, and at the convention meeting told everyone, and how he does not give a fuck, moved her cell phone plan over to his, and is moving our furniture into his house. You can stay here forever. Seems like he wanted a wife again and just got one. Hey. So it's been terse text messages back and forth, moving us out of the house and whatnot. Then she asks if we can discuss logistical stuff outside of therapy, which was a trap, but I was prepared. She goes on about how miserable she is and how hurt she is that people are upset with her. I sit and listen, not consoling her or anything like that. We have a few more conversations like that where she keeps saying, I fucked up. I fucked up so bad. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can go back to you. But it's all I know, it's what is safe. She is absolutely miserable and just a mess. Everything reminds her of me, and she is very tortured over what she did, yet still living with him. In fact, moved in even. Meanwhile, I am hearing rumors of this guy talking shit about me, how I am crazy and went off the deep end, which I am ignoring, but it still pisses me off a little. Well, that's my story. I am living in a small house now on my own with the cat. She has the dog. There is more to this story. My wife's psychological profile. She is a person who hasn't had much fulfillment the last few years.